It's your girl Nisi here with Wild Pear Tarot. Thanks so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a light worker, an alchemist, and tarot and oracle reader. I specialize in celebrity readings, and I also specialize in pick-a-pile and channeled messages for the collective. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, y'all, okay? It'll be popping up. Also, y'all, I'm accepting tips. Tip your girl, okay? It definitely helps in terms of me creating more content for y'all, especially if you have any special requests. So definitely tip your girl. I'll put that information in the box below. All right. So let's get started, y'all. I'm finally getting back to recording for the channel. So I decided to do a reading today on Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin Bieber, Justin Bieber's wife. And it's just been so amazing to kind of see their journey. I did a little bit of research just to kind of get their backstory about how they first met and how they connected, then reconnected, and their trip down the aisle, some of the things that they go through as far as their relationship, and him as an artist, her as a model, slash content creator slash influencer as well. So it's really interesting. I had seen a couple of episodes of a video series he did on YouTube. I think that came out last year. And he was very open about his personal struggles, his music making, and also his relationship with Hailey. And so, yeah, let's get into it, y'all. Let's see what's going on in their relationship, how they're doing. I believe they're coming up on 3 years of marriage, so that's quite significant. So let's see, let's tune in here and see what's going on. I've already done my prayers and set my intentions. So let's get it popping. Spirit, what can you tell me about Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin Bieber, their marriage, their connection, how they're feeling about each other? What's the current status of their relationship, their marriage? How are they connecting? Where are they at emotionally? Thank you, Spirit. So, I'm picking up, wow, we're gonna get into it. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it. So we have, Okay. All right. So, I'm going to go over the cards here. I'm going to turn this over, the cards, and see kind of what Spirit is saying about this situation. So, yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so let's go over the cards. We got the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Strength card, We have the Hierophant card, the Eight of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, If there's any glare, I apologize. It's my lighting here. I'm just trying to make sure I get it correct. And then we have the World card. The World card. Okay, so immediately as I was shuffling, I picked up, Spirit told me that for Hailey, she's going through a spiritual crisis right now. She's going through some kind of spiritual, it may be an awakening or maybe some kind of crisis where the foundations, the spiritual foundations that she had is starting to be made anew again. Right now they're crumbling. So I'm picking up more so, and this is probably in relation to her relationship with Justin, her marriage with Justin. So, you know, Four of Wands upright, this usually does signal a marriage. It usually signals a celebration, a stepping stone, a new path, foundations laid. And oftentimes you're in community, right? So people are celebrating with you. You are, you're not alone. This card to me really represents, I think most people don't see this as community, but I see this as partnership. This represents, in a way, for me, partnership, and going through this threshold together, going forward in this next step, this union, but in a very positive, very welcoming, excited way. So that kind of energy is kind of like, you know, usually comes through with the Four of Wands. You see that there are people that are celebrating this union, this next step. There are people that surround her, or in this case, there are people that surround her, unfortunately, that may not fully understand this change. She's going to be changing, y'all. She's going to be changing. Her personality may shift a little bit. I think she's in a questioning space right now. She's definitely questioning and deconstructing her belief system. She's deconstructing her relationships, her bonds, because this is not only about you know, necessarily marriage, but in relation to Justin, I think she is starting to see kind of like, who are my friends, who's really my family, and I think spiritually, on a spiritual level, she's going to be questioning kind of like, where am I able to find community and rest and partnership, in a spiritual way, in a way that moves me, that pushes me forward, that makes me feel like I'm living on purpose, I'm living out my purpose, I'm living out my goals, I'm living out my truth. This is how she's feeling. So Spirit is saying something about a spiritual awakening that she may be going through, but it's definitely something that she's questioning. There's a questioning going on here. The Strength card. Sometimes she feels very overwhelmed by Justin's energy. Like, Justin's energy is very like bouncy, off the wall, like, I gotta do this. I want to try this. And sometimes, like, she's there, right? She's there with him. Like, that same energy is present. And then certain times, like, she has to be like the responsible parent. It reminded me of a clip, when there was a clip when she was talking to him about like taking his medicine, because he had forgotten to take his medicine or something like that. It's like she's also having to be responsible for him, and in some ways she has tamed him. Okay, you know, we see this as the woman kind of taming the beast, right? You know, this kind of literal well, yeah, this literal artistic representation of strength, of being able to tame, the beast. And in regards to her marriage, there's a lot of times where she does have the upper hand. Like, he's like, it's really funny. It's like, he's really like, okay, baby, whatever you want. Okay, whatever you want, baby. Like, I think he calls her baby a lot or something, like, whatever you want. So she's able to get what she wants in these in these situations. Like, she's very protective of him. She's very protective of him. This energy I'm picking up is not someone who is like, she understands his fragility, right? There's an interesting thing about the strength card, right? Because we see the lion as they have this fierceness about them. They're often the ones that are they're very strong, they're very quick-witted. They're, the feralness of them, the ferocity of them, and yet there's a fragility. There's a fragility here. There's a frailty here that Spirit is showing me through their connection, through Justin, that Hailey understands. And so she is, yes, she may have the upper hand at times. Yes, she, may get her way most of the time, but she is also a protector. She's also a guardian of him. She's also making sure that, like, he has what he needs. He's getting what he needs. And it's such an interesting thing. You see the garb. She's wearing a lot of earth. This is heavy earth energy here. To me, I'm picking this up as heavy earth energy to me. Being very grounded. Being very, very, very grounded. She helps to ground this person. She helps to ground Justin. And that shows through in their relationship. And as y'all, probably have seen in some of his videos and pictures and stuff, like, she's definitely down to have fun with him, to enjoy life with him and everything. But she also understands, like, his weaknesses. She understands his frailty, just as a human being, as a singer, as someone who, someone who just kind of goes through these ups and downs, and is there to, help provide that kind of support. And she seems to be the more responsible one too. Let's get into Justin. And the way the cards came out was like, this is Hailey, this is Justin, this is like their energy of their overall relationship right now. So the Hierophant card. I'm seeing this also, this is someone who is deepening their faith. I think though, they may be going in a direction, Spirit's saying they're going in the wrong direction. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin gets a bit more radical, like he becomes a bit like radicalized in Christianity. It's a really interesting thing. Most, from my understanding, Justin and Hailey, they both consider themselves and identify as Christians. This is interesting that Spirit's bringing a lot of things around spirituality and religion and faith, because right now she's going through a situation, Hailey is going through a situation where she's questioning things, where she's going to start to deconstruct some of the beliefs that she's had around religion. He, on the other hand, there's something about him possibly being radicalized. There's something about him possibly, it's like this is a lesson for him about, Spirit's saying this is a lesson for him about finding the right teachers, discerning between the right and wrong teachers for him. Because you have some people around that are trying to persuade Justin down a path where Justin's not doing a lot of studying. You know, when I see the Hierophant card, this is not just about, this is also, I feel, a foundational card, because this is about, I see this is about institutions, learning, and there is, you know, of course, the religion, the religious institution of Christianity. That's an element that people can get caught up on. People can be very black and white when it comes to religion. And in this case, it's who Justin is learning from. It's where he's getting his information from. It's him not fully discerning what's the truth. What's the truth for him? What's the truth about God? What is Christianity? How do we define it? How can he use this and infuse, if he wants to, right? I'm just going, you know, based off of, you know, his identity, what he identifies as. How is these learnings and these teachings, how is it helping others? How is it hindering others? How is it helping or hindering himself? And I'm really looking here at, someone trying to kind of take control of a situation, is what Spirit is telling me. Someone taking control of a situation, and trying to, Spirit's saying, try to unlock doors that should be closed right now. They shouldn't be open right now. Because it's almost like Justin's not ready yet. You know, it's like when people are learning, you know, they're learning a new subject. They're learning a new subject and they want to go, you know, it's a step-by-step process, and they want to go to step 5 when they're really still on step 1. And they just want to skip. They just want to skip and get to the end, or get to the middle part, or get to where things are good. But it's like, no, it requires time. It requires listening, reading, studying, practicing, trial and error, mistakes, right? Like, you know, this is a journey. And I'm seeing someone in his life, someone who is posing as, you know, a figure in Christianity that's probably very well known, but isn't directing him in the right ways, in the best of ways. This may culminate in him leaving. And it more so may be out of frustration. It may be out of frustration about, you know, this is not what I came in here for. Like that type of thing. Like, this is not what I came in here for. This is not what I was really here to do. I keep hearing wolf in sheep's clothing. So it's like I'm also seeing, it's like there's gonna be people following Justin when he decides to leave, there's something where he's gonna be walking away from, and it could be in connection. I don't know if he's part of a church or something in regards to some kind of teaching, some kind of mentor that he's had, some kind of it could be a religious figure. He's going to be walking away, and people are going to be following him. People are going to be following him too. I think he also may be going through a period of like solemnness, like solitude. You know, I always see this, it's so interesting. I always see this as like, or I'm starting to see the Eight of Cups as part of like the hermit family. So this getting ready to go on this solo journey. You stack up these cups, right? These cups of information, of emotional, emotional support, or all the things that you kind of, emotional investments, like all of the, thank you, Spirit, all the emotional investments, like all the investments that you had, that was part of your past. You're now looking ahead, you're now putting that down, and you're starting over. You're starting a new journey. So that something is going on here with, in regards to Justin, about his, it could be music related, but I'm picking up it's more so in regards to something that he's either learning, some kind of mentor that he's been connected to for a really long time, and he's deciding to start a new chapter. It could be music related, but something he's leaving, he's taking people with him, is what Spirit's saying. Like I see people following him, so just be mindful of that. Now, I have to bring up the fact that there have been moments where Justin has culturally appropriated. I think there have been many instances, or a few instances, where just in some of the music he's made, and some of the music videos, even though, drinking some water here, he's been called out on it. That album that he made, that he wanted to be strictly R&B, and then, having Martin Luther King Jr., having clips of some of his speeches interspersed in the album, like, it's been real iffy, man. Like, it not only has it been iffy, it's very problematic. It's very problematic. And so again, it's like he's not doing the complete work. That's just, that's how I say it. And as a Black woman, it's like I would say that's hella disrespectful. That was hella disrespectful. In terms of that album having MLK Jr. speeches of MLK Jr. At all, like on his out, like it's just like, or if he was saying certain things about that, it's just, it's very problematic. It shows me someone who has not done enough research, who hasn't done full and complete research, who has not, really started to decolonize themselves, to really sift through the very surface level, information when it comes to being anti-racist, being an ally. So he has some ways to go. And that's also showing up here as well. Someone who's not fully either invested in the work, not fully invested, or not fully doing the work, or someone that he's learning from is not directing him well. Like, he doesn't have good direction, and he doesn't have strong discernment about the people who are leaders around him. So just something that he's gonna have to really get through. Let's get into these last two cards here, okay? So I was about to say Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands in the reverse, and the World card. There's going to be a huge celebration for this third year. This third year celebration is like, they're going to have some arguments. There's like a new venture that they're going to try to start together, and it's going to get a bit crazy trying to get it off the ground. It's like they're going to try to do some kind of like they're going to try to do some kind of venture they're doing together that I don't know. I think this is definitely recognizing that they're having a lot of fun together. You know, they're moving in these cycles. I see this as, you know, the World card usually is representing the ending of, you know, one cycle, the start of a new. It could also mean just kind of like having great opportunities that lie ahead, new energy, you know, or something that's completed. So some level of completion here. And I think it's like, you know, these are milestones in their marriage. They are committed to each other. I see that they're very committed to each other. They care very deeply about each other. They do very much love each other. They do want to move forward in, you know, together in these stages. I hope there isn't anything involving any kind of car crashes, like something about being careful in cars, like making sure that, like, if they're out driving together or something like that, like making sure that they are also, you know, they buckling up and stuff, like Spirit's bringing that up, like making sure that they're buckled up and they're protected, and like, you know, when they're out driving, especially. Spirit wanted me to bring that up. Yeah, they're moving forward in a new cycle, a new journey, you know. They're getting now into a deeper commitment. I think Spirit's saying this is moving now into a deeper commitment. So, you know, possibly having children type of situation, building a family structure, family home. So this is kind of getting into a more serious step of their commitment, of their marriage. You know, they as I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, they are celebrating 3 years. I think this year they'll be celebrating 3 years of marriage. Both of them are very young. He's not even 30 yet. She's, I don't know, is she 25? I don't know, y'all. Let me know if she's at least 25. I don't think she is yet, but so she, you know, both of them are very young. They're both learning a lot about themselves, about each other. But this is moving forward into a deeper commitment. I think sometimes they're gonna have to be mindful of the passion that they have for each other. It's like there may be moments where it's not clicking. They're not clicking. There's going to be moments. The energy I'm picking up right now is that, like, whatever energy they're going through right now, it's not really clicking. Sometimes she just gets very exasperated by his energy because he can be very overwhelming. energetically for her. Remember, as I mentioned before, she's like she's a strength card. You know, this is the energy coming off of Hailey. Sometimes the energy can be very overwhelming, and like the passion that they have for each other, the chemistry, it wanes more than, like, sometimes it's like they have nothing to talk about. I'm seeing them like kind of sitting down at dinner, or they're like at home, and like there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing, because they're around each other all the time, or a lot of the time, you know. It's like, so that's something for them to be mindful of, is like just how sometimes their chemistry, their attractiveness towards each other, the passion that they have for each other, it wanes a lot more frequently than usual, I guess, in a marriage. And so just being mindful of that. She's going through some changes, y'all. Hailey's going through changes. Like, Justin's almost 30. He's moving towards, I mean, he's already moving towards a new stage, but yeah. Hailey is, I think she's 25, 24, 25. Yeah, she is I don't know. We'll see if they stay together. If not, this is going to be their first marriage. So we'll see what happens. Spirit doesn't want me to really confirm or, you know, not confirm whether or not they're going to stay together. Let's stay together. Yeah. Spirit doesn't want me to confirm whether or not, you know, this is going to be a long-standing forever marriage, or not always forever, but you know what I mean. Spirit, what messages do you have in regards to Justin Bieber and Hailey's relationship? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Whew. Yeah. It's just, Spirit, what further insight can you provide about Justin and Hailey's marriage and connection? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Let's stay together, loving you. Whether good or bad, happy or sad. Why people make up? I just can't see. Okay, and I'm not getting into Al Green and the hits. Al Green and those hits, you know, and I can't hit that note, so I'm not even gonna try. All right, y'all. Let's get into the oracle messages. Awesome. So we got, I'm going to bring this out a little bit more so y'all can see this, hopefully. So we got the Turkey card. Honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. And the Bluebird. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Yeah, so, this is a time, yeah, harvesting. Whew. That's really important for them. Ooh. I am seeing them have a child. If they have a child, it's most likely going to be a fall baby, a fall or winter baby. It may be spring too, but I'm picturing a fall or winter baby, or like early, like late summer, early fall baby. It's really about them kind of, yeah, this is saying honoring your own time of harvest. So like, harvest is a time of gathering. It's a time for stillness too. It's a time to kind of take stock of what you have, of what you need. So for Justin and Hailey, this is really a time for them, and we are moving into the fall, right? We are over here in the States. We're transitioning into fall in the next month or so. And this is really about for them to really be mindful of what they have, be mindful of what they need, to take stock of their life, of their relationship, of their partnership, see what areas are going really well, right? See what do they currently have that, or they're being blessed with, that they can, you know, give to others. Whether that be passing down knowledge, whether that be through the music, of course, the music that Justin creates. I think Hailey has her own show on YouTube. So it's like, you know, things that she's learning about herself, like, you know, she's going to continue to, and they got money, so they're good. But on a personal and on a spiritual level, it is for them to kind of be mindful of the cycles of their relationship, of their personal journeys, and then their relationships. So they may not always be on the same page, right? But when it's time for them to come together in partnership and in union, they will have to get on the same page. They will have to be, you know, fighting for each other on the same team. Even though they may not, you know, agree with each other all the time, they're on each other's side. They're on each other's side. And Spirit is really bringing that up. So it's about commitment. Spirit saying recommitment. It's ways that they can, you know, people focus a lot on like the finances and the status and the fame that they have, but are they being enriched spiritually? Do they have wealth and abundance on a spiritual level? Do they feel fulfilled? Are they happy? Are they joyous? Are they building something? You know, are they building the family that they've always wanted? Are they growing, you know, personally, professionally, in the ways that they wanted to, in terms of their goals? Like, really, it's really them taking stock of their purpose, what it is that they're trying to do in this lifetime, how they're being of service to others, how they're continuing to walk down that path. And if there are things that they're not being grateful for, they need to be grateful for. They need to show more gratitude. There definitely needs to be more gratitude. So yeah, honoring that. And then for the bluebird, I think it's also Spirit saying taking time to relax. This is really calm. This is a very calm reading. But taking time to relax, just taking time for them to relax. This is, I mean, very much for them to, I think that Spirit's telling me something about how they're gonna start recording their moments together, just for them. It's like it may not even be something that they may post online, or they may share with their followers and stuff, but I think they're gonna start recording moments with each other that like they just want to have for themselves. It's almost like something where it's like there's a softness here, where I feel like there's an intimacy here and a softness here that like they don't really want to share with other people. So this is definitely, there's something really pure and light here about this energy. And something really airy with, of course, with the bluebird, airy, yeah. But in terms of the element, that it brings, it's like, definitely, this is definitely going deeper. This is a deeper level of commitment that they're getting ready to move forward into, and how they're preparing for that. How are they preparing for that? Because deeper commitment can also come with deeper challenges. And Spirit didn't really want me to focus, I guess, on that right now, but more so just like, how is their connection? How are they forging and moving forward in this deeper commitment? What are they going through personally, and then in this connection? So yeah, y'all, that was my reading. Yes, that was my reading on Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin Bieber. I really hoped you enjoyed this reading. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Definitely want to hear your feedback, so share your comments below. Also, tip your girl, okay? If you like this reading, send me some shmoney, some money my way. It definitely helps towards content creation and just continuing to build my channel. So thank y'all so much. All right, it's your girl Nisi here with Wild Pear Tarot, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. Bye.